Hello all, this is James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am here with Uncharted Waters Online. This is... how do I put this? It's a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, or an MMORPG. However, it is a little on the older side. As you can tell, the graphics are a little dated. However, I'd never heard of this game before. I stumbled across it through Steam. It piqued my interest. It was free to play, so I decided, why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's try it out. Let's see what it's got going for it. I mean, what did I have to lose? And that was several days ago, and I've been playing nonstop since. This game is a gem. It is a diamond in the rough. It reminds me of if Pirates of the Burning Sea and Ultima Online merged together, had a child. This would be the end outcome. I'm really, really impressed with Uncharted Waters Online. Now, this is a game that's many years old. Look, there's a couple of people there, other players, and look at the outfits, man. Oh, they're gone. But you know, that one girl was dressed in a wedding dress, the other guy had some crazy armor on. I mean, there is so much in this game that it's like an unending trough of content. There is so much content in this game, and I'm enjoying it. Anyway, let's go do something, shall we? What was I in the process of doing? I'm just going to show you some gameplay. I'm not attempting to show you any specifically amazing stuff, but I have a couple of trade goods on me. Not really enough yet to sail away with, I don't think. So I'm going to travel back to the... I'm going to... Can I... No, I can't talk with... Damn it. So there's a key binding that is completely not working for this game. Why does control make me look up in the air? Let's see if we can change that. It's not going to be so easy as to... No. I have a strange screen resolution going because... Well, because it's an older dated game, it's kind of the resolution that kind of worked best for me. The newer 1920 by 1080, well, kind of miniaturizes everything, and things just don't quite look as good. I kind of like this resolution that it's at. Okay, we can buy cheap iron right now. That's a good thing. What else do we have here? Dutch calico isn't too bad of a price. Well, it's 121%, which means it's more than 100%, which means it's not the greatest price, but because it's a special trade good, and I just happen to know it's a special trade good that's only produced here in the Netherlands, I can take it a lot of places and sell it, even though it's priced higher than 100%. If that makes any sense. Probably grab this woolen fabric too. And see if we can haggle to get these things cheaper. Haggled successfully. Sweet. Obtained a shipwreck map? How did I do that? I found this in my storage. Here, you can... The market keeper just randomly gave me a shipwreck map piece. I've never had that happen before. That's really cool. Alright, so I have the cannons and the bronze things in my inventory already. I want to check the market rates on them. Which right now, cannon prices here in Antwerp are terrible. They're only 51%, so I don't want to sell here. But bronze could be sold here, so I'm probably going to just ditch the bronze right here. And cannons, I'm going to need to take them over to Helder. Dutch calico needs to go to Groningen. Iron, Groningen. Woolen fabric isn't going to make me any money at any of those ports. I'm going to have to go somewhere out of the region for the wool. So sell the bronze, then I will go to Groningen. Tried to haggle to get a little more, but it failed. Alright, so there. I have picked up some goods. I've sold some goods. So now I'm traveling to the port. But before you leave, you got to make sure that you have adequate provisions. I'm just going to make sure I have 20 food and water, because that's just my own little thing. I like to have 20 food and water with my ship. Alright, I'm going to set sail. And here we go. It's amazing how many people play this game. For an older dated game, there are just tons of people playing all the time. And I read some of the Steam reviews, and I looked at the Steam forum and etc. before jumping in here, and it didn't look good. And I thought to myself, well, you know, the Steam forum says that this is a dead game, that it's a desert, that nobody's playing, but the Steam forum is so incredibly wrong. There's people all over the place playing. I mean, we just left this port here, and we saw several people cruise past. So yeah, the Steam forum, and they were going off of some sort of Steam charts or something like that that says that only 5 people were playing. Well, that's not even remotely right. As you can see, there's people talking in world chat right now. This game is it feels very much alive for such an older dated game. Alright, so I wanted to sell some of those goods here in Groningen because I'm going to get better price here. So yeah, lots of profit off of that iron there. That's really good. The Dutch calico should make me a profit too. Yep, good profit. The wool technically will give me a profit here because it's white, but it's not going to be a huge profit. I can try to haggle to get a little more out of it. And I was successful. Look at that. Okay, so I got some more money. Now, just want to go back in there. Oops, cancel. Check market rates. So, Bremen and Helder. Bremen is a little bit of a distance. Helder is actually pretty close. And the woolen fabric. Actually, Bremen is the best place for both of these, huh? I guess we're off to Bremen. Although I'm not quite sure where it is, but hey, that's part of the game. Part of the game is figuring out where stuff is. Oh, Bremen's right there. That's actually the next town over. That'll be easy. So I just activated a couple of skills there. I activated a skill called Caution, which uses 10 Vigor, which is this mana stat here. And Caution will basically make it less likely that I'm going to get ambushed by pirates. And then I also activated Frugality, which means my guys are going to consume less food and water because I'm a frugal ship's captain. And that again uses some vigor. You've got this little timer bar, right? And every now and then the frugality and caution will just automatically restart. And it'll use a little bit of my vigor. So yeah, there's no really. This is a very low budget graphics, and I'm fine with that, to be honest, because the game is filled with content where it needs to be. I don't really care that all the land is just, well, rock. I'm fine, not a big deal. But if you're someone that's really into graphics, that might drive you nuts. So this might not be a game for you. But if you're a gamer that cherishes content over graphics, this game is going to be right up your alley. This game is just filled with content. Oops, no, I don't want to set sail. from haggling. Alright, we made us some money. Woohoo! I think our cargo's now empty, right? Yeah, just the supplies, nothing in the cargo. Prices are a little higher than I like, so I'm just gonna pass. So I'm going to the barkeep. You can see that my sailors are a little fatigued. They've got a little one fatigue. It's not really a lot of fatigue, but if I treat the sailors to a round for a little bit of money, 240 dosh, I bought all my crew around. They're fine. Their fatigue's gone. They're happy sailors again. And then my vigor is getting down, right? I'm down to 85 vigor out of a possible 150. Well, if I get myself some food and drink, I can restore my vigor. So I think I'm gonna have myself some steak tartare. Sounds tasty. With maybe a side of milk. Yeah, and that'll restore my vigor completely. There we are. We're good to go again. And the barkeeps always tell you interesting stuff. Sometimes they'll lead you to treasure and stuff like that. Sometimes you can just, well, you can just straight up ask them for treasure, to be honest. There's assemble clues, begun hunt, assemble relic clues, ask about treasure hunt. So there's a lot more things you can do at a barkeeper than just order food and treat your sailors. Tavern's a pretty important location in the game. As you can come here and you can employ more sailors, you can dismiss sailors. In the bigger towns there's even more things, like there's a fortune teller over here. Which I've never been to a fortune teller. I'm curious what this person does. Ask about shipwrecks. 10,000 is required. Go for it. Not now? Not now. Okay, so evidently something to do with fortune teller. I see. Thought I'd be of some use to you. So if you're the type of person that likes to salvage fortunes, that person would probably be of use to you. Or not salvage fortunes, salvage shipwrecks. You can go get yourself a shipwreck and go salvage it. Alright, so I'm just going to cruise back to the capital of of Amsterdam, where I started this video at. And I'm gonna finish up this video, I guess, by just doing a gander around the town, maybe showing you the Merchant Guild. Not sure why I'm doing this video, other than to just, I don't know, show some interested people that might be interested in this MMORPG that, hey, this game exists, and it's not that bad. It's actually pretty darn good. It's, like I said, a diamond in the rough. You should give it a try. It's free to play, and I've seen absolutely no pay to win in it. It has a cash shop. The button's right up here. Usually when you're in port, you can take a look at the cash shop if you want, but everything that's in it you can get in game. It's just a little grindier to get it. That's all. So it's that type of cash shop where everything that's available in the cash shop is available in the normal game. You just have to put some effort in if you're a free-to-play player in order to get it. Where the pay-to-win player can just buy it. But honestly, this isn't the type of game where you win. In a lot of aspects, this game feels like a single-player game in a multiplayer environment. So I'm yet to have even broached the subject of PvP, in that I've never been attacked by another player. I've played this game for quite a few hours now, and nobody's even come near attacking me. I don't think it's a huge issue in this game, and if it is, it's an issue way down the line when you're a big strong player and you're sailing around in like the New World or off, in China or the Pacific waters. And if you're in that portion of the world, you're sailing in a fancy ship. You know what you're doing. You have a lot of time in the game under your belt. New players just don't go sailing off into the Pacific. It just doesn't happen. To get into these areas where I think even any PvP happens, you have to have some fairly decent game knowledge. So if you're looking at this game as like a prospective game, you're scared of PvP, you don't like PvP, this is not the non-consensual PvP game. If anything, it's kind of like Eve, where there might be some areas where PvP happens and you can avoid them. So, yeah, I think that's a good example of what this game is like. It's probably a lot like Eve in regards to PvP. In regards to pay to win, again, I haven't seen much of any issues. I'm quite enjoying the game. Let's go ashore. I mean, most all these people are here for a reason too. Like the craftsman here can do some sort of production, commission an ornament, production, sell stuff, buy stuff, share info. Just give you an example of things that you can buy. Mannequins, general large expanded ship hull, large gun ports, general large rowboat, general large hull. And no, that's not a rowboat. That's literally a boat that you row. So something like an old school Mediterranean galley, and this is a part for that you can use to assemble your own ship. Sail paint, ship paint, ship paint. Cool. I want to try that. Okay, let's see how the ship paint works. So to use most things in game, you have to click over here in the use items list, and it'll bring up the usable items here. And in this instance, I want to apply that ship paint. I'm just going to click on that there, and then I'm going to hit OK. And now here we are. We've got ship color, and I can change the color of my ship here through these different ways. Okay, so this is like the trim. Does gold trim go with pink sails? I don't know. Well, let's get the main color down here. What does this change? Oh, okay. You still get a lot of wood texture remaining. That's cool. Well, this color is very, it's a kind of a mucky color, isn't it? I think I'll go with the black. Alright, that'll do. There, I painted my ship. And it wasn't incredibly expensive either. It was only like $500. Just to give you an idea of some of the there's quite a bit of stuff to this game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna upgrade my ship today, just to show you how I can go about upgrading my ship, I suppose. I'm gonna buy one of these studding sails that are available here. I'm gonna actually buy one of the more expensive ones, like a mizzen royal stay sail here. This will give me quite a lot more vertical sail, which vertical sail is triangular sails. It's lantine sails, and vertical or lantine sails are really good for running close hauled or into the wind. It's a great way to escape from somebody who's running square sails. Square sails are really good at running with the wind, but they're terrible at running into the wind. So you have that effect in the game, in that if you want to create a very full-sailed, lots of square-sailed ship, you can do that. Or if you want to go with a lot of triangular lantine-sailed ship sails, you can do that as well. And you can take advantage of the different ways that they react to the wind. So because I am running a sloop, which is just filled with lateen sails. It's very good at running into the wind or close hauled. I want to stay with that strength. I don't want to take away from that strength. So this is probably a good sail that will be a nice upgrade for my ship. So I'm going to buy that here. Just going to hit buy and equip, and now it brings up my ships. And currently I'm running these two sails here, which are way cheaper sails, right? This sail gives me plus 20 vertical sail, where this one only gave me plus 5. And obviously, I'm a relatively new player in this game, and I'm experiencing everything brand new. Some people have been playing this game for many years, and they have a lot more money. You know, they've done everything I've done, it was just a long time ago. So, you know, be aware that you're starting new, and you have to do everything they did. And so I'm gonna just throw that mizzen royal sail, blah 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 blah, that sail on there, and that's going to make my ship a little bit faster, because I just added another 15 vertical sail, basically, because my old one gave me 5. This one gives me 20, so this was an upgrade of 15. Like, look, some random Russian dude here with a beaver hat on and a fur coat. He just rocked up next to me, and he's doing some stuff at the shipyard. So I mean, this is not a dead game. Like, here's several people standing around here by the bank in town. They're not particularly being very active right now. Like, this is Merchant Stacy. Who's got the away icon? Okay, so a kind of a cool thing about this game is you can use your characters a minute. I'll show you what I'm talking about up ahead here. Or I would show you if there was somebody here being a vendor, but there isn't, which is odd because every time I've come through here, there has been. So, just poor timing on my part. However, this is Amsterdam, and Amsterdam, while being one of the larger cities and a fairly active city, it's not the economic mecca of this game. Seville, which is the quote-unquote capital city of Spain for the purposes of this game, is the quote-unquote economic mecca. And so you walk in there and you feel like you're in Gita and Eve. There's people everywhere trying to sell stuff. People shouting and spamming, and it's pretty much a nightmare walking into that town. Over here on this side of the world, London is kind of like a mini Jita. So like an Amar. So if you're in a Mari space, you go to Amar, and Amar is a pretty decent trade hub, right? Well, our pretty decent trade hub, if you will, for Northern European area is London, and London is kind of like a mini Seville. It's got quite a few vendors in it and people spamming and stuff like that. So that says a testament to a game that's well over 10 years old. That it's got this big of a player base and it's so dated. And the reason it has this big of a player base and it's so dated is because it's a really good game. I mean, look, there's two random people that just ran through here. We haven't ran across these people before, right? They've got new names. I mean, that's at least 20 different people we've come across in just the course of this short video. So the stuff I read on the Steam forums about this being a dead game is just completely out the window. I've played a lot of newer MMORPGs that are far more deserted and ghost town feeling than this game. For example, Atlas, which is a brand new MMO, which was originally claiming to be an MMORPG, is a complete ghost town. You can count the number of people you see on one hand in the course of an entire week. I could not count the number of people I see in one day on all my hands and toes. I would run out of hands and toes probably in the course of an hour. I would run out of hands and toes in this game. So yeah, don't believe everything you read. So I started in the kind of the merchant guild, and this was kind of my designated path that I went down. I can go to this the merchant GM, right, and acquire skills. Well, I've actually acquired most of the skills that I can here. I need to get this metal trading. And now what does that do for me? If I go to skills list, I can see here that I've unlocked metal trading. And metal trading is more precious metals can be bought at the market. So when I go to the market and let's say I'm trying to buy iron or gold or whatever, instead of only having 7 available, I will have more. However, I'm not sure Amsterdam sells any. Let me check. Iron. Okay, so here's the iron. And that's a good price, actually. Okay, I failed all my haggles, but I bought myself quite a bit of stuff. Okay, so of course none of this stuff is going to sell well here because I just bought it here. But I'm checking the market rates. So Groningen will take the iron. Dutch Calico, again, Groningen. Western Books, Helder. And woolen fabric would be best in Antwerp, but I'll probably end up going to Bremen, because that's what I ended up doing last time, and it worked out alright. So, I know that Helder is going to be right out here. It's going to be a quick stop that I'm going to stop at. Look, more people, more people. So yeah, those guys are definitely faster than me and probably far richer and more advanced in the game than I am. We got something going on out here. Some sort of player pirate going by. Yeah, wanted to get a look at that. Ended up going past my destination. But I mean, look, there's people all over the place in this game. It's very lived in. Okay, Helder was where I was going to get rid of the books. Alright, just gonna sail over here real quick to Groningen. Look at that fancy ship going past. Superior Windjammer. Nicola. Oh wow. That's like the that's a star in this game right there. That's that person has had the most discoveries in the game lately, and so the NPCs talk about that person all the time. Kind of cool. Okay, so I do realize that I guess what I'm showing you right now is not exactly very exciting. I'm just making some money, doing some trade hops, some real nearby trade hops. I'm not even going that far in the game. Yeah, uh, probably not the most exciting gameplay to show, though I suppose I want to show honest gameplay, right? I want to show what you're typically gonna do, and from my point of view, I'm a trader. There's more ways of playing this game than just being a trader. You can be an explorer, which you're all about doing discoveries and finding different things. Very different gameplay than a merchant who's running cargo around, like what I'm doing. Um, then you've also got the maritime people who are kind of your combat-oriented players who might be involved in wars versus other nations. So yeah, that means PvE as well as PvP. So there's plenty of NPC ships running around here that those types of people can end up fighting with. And then there's various different ways that you can play each of the three main archetypes, if you will. A discovery person doesn't necessarily uh, have to focus in any particular area. Well, he can focus in particular areas of discovery, like maybe you just want to find new towns, or maybe you want to actually map out things. There's cartographies in this game. There's creating new charts. So this game has a wonderful amount of complexity and depth. It's there's more to what well, there's far more uh, to the game than what meets the eye. And yes, I've just been buying low and selling high. Some pretty simple, straightforward gameplay here from a trader's perspective. But just know that there's a lot more to this game than what I've shown you. Look, more people running around. We haven't seen these people before either. Anyway, I don't want this video to get very long. I want to keep it short. Shorter videos get seen more, people get bored less, and they watch the whole video. I'm well known for making bizarrely long gameplay videos, but I want to keep this one short because I want this video to actually be watchable. This isn't just me videotaping my, well, it is me videotaping my gameplay, but I'm doing so because I would like more people to find out about this game. I know that seems odd because there's lots of people running around. It's not like this game is lacking in people. It's more of a, if I could not know about this game for as long as I didn't know about this game, and I'm a hardcore gamer that keeps up with his games, how many others out there might have missed that this game exists? And if so, you're possibly missing out on a gem like I did. So That's really the main point of this video. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.